Hello, my name is Toby Rush, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate a new feature of Braille Music Notator that I'm very excited about. If you have a MIDI keyboard that you can connect to your computer, then you can use that MIDI keyboard to enter music into Braille Music Notator. The first step is to connect the MIDI keyboard to your computer using the instructions that come with your computer. It varies from different operating system to different operating system. But if you connect your MIDI keyboard with a cable to probably a USB port on your computer and set it up in your operating system's appropriate area for doing so, you can Google that to find out more. Once it's connected to the computer, it will automatically be available in Braille Music Notator. Now you have to be using a web browser that works with MIDI, and at the moment the best option for that is Google Chrome. Firefox also is able to connect to MIDI using a plugin, but at this time Safari and Microsoft Edge are not able to do so. So we're in Google Chrome right now, and to use a MIDI connection in Braille Music Notator, I'm going to click the Options tab and come down here and change my control surface to MIDI. This will give us a different control surface that is specially designed to work with MIDI. Instead of having note values for all the different pitches, it has a single note value, and by clicking on this, what will happen is it will determine the pitch based on what note or notes you're holding down on the MIDI keyboard. If I click, for example, this the A key or the quarter note button here, without holding a note on my MIDI keyboard, it will just indicate a quarter rest. But, however, if I connect my MIDI keyboard, and let me turn that on so you can see, and I play a note and hold it down on the MIDI keyboard, so I'm holding down middle C on the MIDI keyboard. If I click on the A pitch here, it plays it indicates a C quarter note, and it automatically indicates the correct octave. If I go up an octave to this C and play it, then it shows that that's octave 5. Now the rules for Braille music notation say that you only need to indicate the octave if it's a large leap. If you're just moving stepwise from note to note, then you don't need to continually show the octave. The MIDI controls in Braille Music Notator do that. So if I start down here with a middle C, and I'm just going to use the A key on my keyboard so I don't have to keep clicking, and I just move up the scale, it's not going to show a new octave designation because the rules say that you don't need to. However, if I go down the octave back to middle C, it will automatically put in that new octave designation. So it handles that intelligently. It will also automatically put it if you're on a new line, because the rules say anytime you're on a new line, you should include an octave designator for that note. Now, if you play multiple notes on the MIDI keyboard, it will automatically detect that and notate it appropriately. So I'm playing a C major chord, which is C, E, G. And if I, let's switch to half note here. If I click the half note, then it will play G and give the two interval indicators. So this means G, a third below the G, and a fifth below the G. This would be appropriate for a top line, a melody line, the right hand of a piano part. If you want to indicate it the other way, let's say for a bass part, you can go to the options window and turn off spell chords downward. There's also a shortcut for that. It's Command or Control 0. You'll see that now it's going to spell chords upward. So if I play that same chord, C, E, G, and I indicate it with the half note, it shows a C and up a third and up a fifth. So that's something that, depending on the context, which way you should spell it, but it will do it automatically. It does handle automatically accidentals. So if I play a C, and go to C sharp, it will indicate those, and it tries to guess the most appropriate accidental for the scale or context that you're in. And lastly, I'm going to delete all of this, and I'm going to enter in key signature. Let's say D major. I'll put 3/4 time up here. And now if I enter in a D major scale on quarter notes, I've got a D here, D, E. When I play the F sharp, it is not going to include an accidental because it knows that that is in the key signature. It goes back through the score to find the most recent key signature to appropriately honor that key signature. So if I do F natural here, it will see that that should be an accidental, and it will place an F natural in front of that. And this again also works with chords. So if I do a D minor triad here, it places the accidental before the appropriate interval in that chord. So that's MIDI input in Braille Music Notator, something I'm very excited about, and something that in my testing has already saved me a tremendous amount of time. So I hope it does for you as well.